waiting for the train to go from Ella to Kandy, and it looks like it's going to be an absolute shit fight to get onto the train. We've got allocated seats, so I think we're going to be okay, but everyone else is just going to be fighting for a spot. Bongo drums like tapping away, everybody's singing, and then they all got off at a stop. Shit, just going through a tunnel, I had to pull my legs back in the train. Crazy. So we're just sitting on the train with our feet hanging outside. Well, we just got off the train from Ella to Kandy, and when we had boarded the train we jumped in cart 3 but didn't realise we hadn't jumped in the reserve section. So when we got on board there was heaps of people, it was pretty much impossible to move, and we managed to get our bags stowed away, but there's no way we could get through to the reserve section because it was just too jam-packed of people and our bags are way too big. So we spent probably about 4 hours out of the 6.5 hour trip standing. It was pretty intense, and just then getting off the train there was just a huge wave of people trying to get on, and we're just pushing against them as hard as we can, trying to grab our bags, like get out of the way, we need to get off. And people don't care, they're just, everyone's just for themselves here, but only when it comes to the trains. One thing I did notice was the elderly definitely get priority, and families would come on with their children and hand their children over to random strangers that are sitting down so they can look after their kids, so their kids can have a seat. So everyone's really like friendly to each other in that way, and like really supportive, and it's quite communal. It's really cool to see. So that was an interesting adventure. If we ever do it again, we'll make sure we actually sit in our reserve seat. We kind of shot ourselves in the foot with that one, but lesson learned, and now we're in Kandy.
Just arrived in Dambulla. We took a bus from Kandy bus station here. It cost about 800 rupee for the two of us, which works out to be about $7 Australian. It was in a little minivan with half decent aircon, and to be honest it was a pretty decent trip, only 2 hours. When we got here they literally stopped on the side of the road in town, and there was probably 8 or 9 people that needed to get off the bus. About 3/4 of the people had gotten off, and they slowly started moving like they were about to take off again, with half the people still on the bus, so that was a bit hectic. So it is now Thursday, I believe, and we head back to Malaysia on Sunday. So this afternoon we're just going to head to Cave Temple Rock, I think it's called. in Dambulla. Check that out and then have a family made meal at our homestay.
We're just about to visit the Rock Cave Temple in Dambulla, and tickets are 1500 rupee per person, which for the two of us is about $25 in Australian. So let's check it out. So this temple is built right to the side of the mountain, and it's like in a cave, but it looks like there's a mixture of Hindu and Buddhist gods here, so it's a bit strange that they're together in the same temple. One of the Buddhas is just sleeping, so this one's sleeping because his toes are together, and the one in the other room is dead because his toes are sitting slightly back. So it's such a subtle difference, but I never would have picked it, to be honest.
So far we have walked past 3 different signs with red arrows on them. The first one was 160 stairs, the next one was 280, and now this one is 370 steps and it's pointing the wrong way.
So we just finished climbing Pidurangala Rock, which is one of the 2 main attractions in Sigiriya, and the other rock, Lions Rock, is the main attraction, but it costs around $90 Australian for 2 people, whereas this rock only costs $9 Australian for 2 people. And since we're stingy long-term travellers, we had to go with the cheaper option, but it wasn't a disappointment. It was actually really cool. The view was amazing, and you get to do a little bit of a rock climb to get to the top, whereas Lions Rock is just a staircase going up to the top of the rock. So there was hardly any people here, and you can see over on the other rock it's quite popular, so we got really lucky.